Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we will be talking about one of the most asked questions and also a very important question in the minds of the aspirants, whoever is preparing for the UPSC Civil Services examinations, as to how do we make notes from the newspaper. As you all know, newspaper reading is an extremely crucial part in the whole of your UPSC preparation. Even if you miss out on some resources, even if you miss out on maybe some topics, that is still fine. But newspaper reading and covering the current affairs is of crucial importance. Of course, you can have, the current affairs PDFs from various resources, even the ones that might be provided by your coaching institutes, but then at the end of the day, if you do not read newspapers by yourself, then you would lack onto some of the intricacies that are very much there in the current affairs part. And as the toppers say, current affairs institute somewhere around 60 to 70% of the newspaper. So you can't at all miss out on this. So one of the most important tips that we give in our coachings as well is that make it a habit to read the newspapers every single day religiously without fail. Because this one particular habit of yours will help you achieve the dreams that any dream that you ever had in regards to the UPSC preparation. So now we come back to the note making process of the UPSC. So first and the foremost, read all the editorials. Now why I'm telling you this, because editorials are basically opinion based. So when you read them, you understand a perspective. Of course, there is a chance that they may be biased as well. But as a UPSC aspirant, you have to have a very neutral point of view towards every editorial that is out there. So editorials are a must. Then whatever defense news is there, if there are some constitutional amendments which are to be done, something related to maybe politics, international affairs, diplomacy, government schemes, or anything related to this. Okay, so what you can avoid from the newspaper part is some celebrity related news which is there, or something which might be extremely local, right? Or maybe some unimportant sports news. So you can avoid this. Other than that, you have to read the headlines at least of each and every story basically that is being covered in the newspaper. Another major doubt that every UPSC aspirant has is which newspaper to refer from, because of course in our country we have various newspaper institutions which are there and which are amazing. Honestly speaking, you can read any of them, but it is it is said that for the preparation of the UPSC, it is best to go with either the Hindu or either the Indian Express, because these both are the newspapers which have a very in-depth study, okay, of each and every story that they cover, and even the editorials are pretty good. So you can go for these two newspapers for sure. Then also you need to understand another thing, that what obviously in the UPSC examination paper you won't be asked questions directly from the current affairs, right? So what happens is that there might be some portion in your static part that will have a direct connection with the current affairs part. So basically, in order to answer that particular question, you have to have a back knowledge of the static part which is there and with the expertise in your current affairs too. So which basically means that you have to have in-depth knowledge of the current affairs which is there, right? And also connect it with basically the static syllabus. So you can't miss out on anything from anywhere, because it is always an amalgam of both, right? So keep it in mind that whatever you're studying has to be deeply connected with the current affair topics. So for this, again, I would recommend to go through in depth the UPSC syllabus, because a lot of people miss out on this, and that is the reason people get confused while seeing the newspaper, because they are not able to pinpoint as to what is important and what is not, right? They feel that we should read everything, but if you do that, then there's a lot of time which is being wasted. So you should go through the UPSC syllabus at least twice every single day, so that it is there in your mind even if I ask you at any point of time, right? So these were some tips in order to read the newspapers and make notes from it, which should be crisp, maybe even interactive, so that because at the end of the day you have to revise them, right? And if you do not revise them, then absolutely there is no point in making the notes. So a huge all the best for all the aspirants out there, and stay tuned for such more educational content. Thank you.